Welcome to another edition of Chris Gilmour On Demand. As you can see, we're back in the studio. Again, we are filming and we are recording a live podcast. And I thought I would do a topic that is quite a hot debate between real estate agents. Auction versus private treaty. Now, if you were to split the country in half, you'd have half the agents that are all private treaty, which is to put a price on your home. And then you'd have the other agents that would all be just auction, 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 auctions. So being in Queensland, we're probably more receptive to auction. But if you were to go to Sydney and Melbourne, if you weren't auctioning your home, you would pretty much be looked upon or frowned upon. So it's a hot debate. It really is. It's something I love getting involved in. I'm an auctioneer myself. In 11 years, I've done 12 auctions and 11 of them have failed and not sold. The one that did sell, it sold for much less than what I got an offer in the first week. So it's a really hot debate, and I got no doubt if agents are watching this right now, they're probably ready to just strangle me already about that. But I thought I'd give you the pros and cons on why you should auction or why you shouldn't auction, because it really comes down to the market that you're in, the price range that you're in. They say that areas are not, it's not so much about the area you live in. I disagree with that statement. I do think there are certain parts of wherever you do live which would be more receptive to auctions. So it's the pros about auctions. Let's talk about the pros about auctions. So the pro about an auction is that you have a set date. Generally, most auction campaigns are around 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the type of market that we're in. So basically what it is you list your property for sale. There's no price put on the home. It says the word auction and you have a set date and at a set time. Now, people have got this misconception that it costs more to take your home to an auction, and we can debunk that straight away. The only difference between taking your home to auction to private treaty sale is the cost of the auctioneer, and that's it. And it's a booking fee for an auctioneer, and that can range from anywhere from $500 up to $1,000 on average for the auctioneer. Now, you need to look at your auctioneer as an investment. Your auctioneer you need to work closely with, because your auctioneer is the one that will extract every single cent out of those buyers on the day. So they are absolutely worth whatever they do charge if they've got the skill. So an auction is another pro is it's unconditional if it sells under the hammer. Now, you do have the risk, and you run the risk of it not selling under the hammer, and that's what they class as passing the property in, meaning when you take your home to auction, you're going to set a reserve price, meaning that the auctioneer can't sell the home unless it gets to that reserve price. Say that your reserve price was $850 and the highest bid at auction is $840, your property would be passed in. It wouldn't actually sell. However, if it hits $850 or above, a dollar above, whatever that figure is, the auctioneer does have the right to throw the hammer down and sell the property under auction conditions. So if you do have great competition between buyers and it's a hot market, auction is absolutely the best way to sell your property. It removes price. You'll get more buyers through your property as well too, because buyers aren't going to dismiss your home based on its price. So it's not going to be undersold. It's not going to be overpriced because there is no price on it. The trouble with auction, if it doesn't sell, you've lost your 4 weeks of momentum. You may lose some buyers that can't bid under auction conditions. They might want to do their building and pest, which they're allowed to do during an auction campaign, but we highly recommend a seller to get a building and pest done. So as a buyer or a seller, either party can actually get a building and pest done on the property. So if you sell under the hammer, it's unconditional and it's done. But if the buyer can't bid under auction conditions and it gets passed in, then you can start negotiating with those buyers post auction. So if you sell under the hammer, fantastic. If you don't sell under the hammer, you can still do further negotiations with your potential buyers. So there's some pros and some cons around auction. In the market that we're in at the moment, which is a falling market, auctions are probably not the best way to sell your property. However, in saying that, in a falling market, it's harder for the agents to price a property because they don't know how much the market's falling by. So private treaty is the other way that you can sell your home, and that's the most common way for most people to sell their properties. And that is all about where the owner and the agent puts an advertised price on the home. So it's not under auction conditions. You can bring buyers through at any stage. They can make offers at any stage on day 1, day 10, day 30, however long that home is on the market. be aware, whatever your asking price is, generally a buyer will come in underneath that asking price as well too. So the pros and cons, I don't see too many cons with it. The pros are you're probably going to get a lot more buyers because it opens it up to the market, 100% of the market, because they're going to feel a little bit safer with their building and pest condition and their finance condition. They might be still going through that finance application with the bank and stuff, and they might not have a full 10% deposit on the day, but they are still your best buyer. Some people have the fear of bidding at auction and getting caught up in that emotional roller coaster, so they choose not to. They'll still go to an auction and watch it. Hopefully that they hope that it gets passed in, and then they'll start negotiating. But with a private treaty, it's easy. They stick a price on it. The buyer's going to come through. The only danger that you run is you can undersell it and you can overprice your home, depending on the skill of the agent. Because now, if you get it completely wrong with a high price, the buyers are going to look at it online and see that it is overpriced and make that instant dismissal of the home and not even come and view it. So you've got different ways that you can do private treaty with. You can do a fixed price. So it could be like 649,000 as a fixed price. You can do an offers over campaign, which a lot of agents like to do. And what that does is try to entice the buyer to come in. So it's a lower price with the words plus offers. So it could be something, for example, 630,000 plus offers, meaning and saying to the buyers that the owner will look at all offers above 630,000. You can do a price guide. I personally don't like price guides as much because generally most agents do a too large of a price guide. So some might do 700 to 750. Well, that's a big gap. There's a big difference between 700 and 750. Is it in the low sevens, the mid seven, the high sevens? Where is it? So, but there's all these different ways and techniques that a seller can do if they choose to go that private treaty. So, like I said, I'm probably more swaying to private treaty, especially in this market right now where competition is low and the prices are falling throughout Australia. You could be an auction agent, you could be an auction pro and love going to auctions. Most people say, a home doesn't achieve the highest price at auction because most people are there to try and get a bargain. I don't think that's true. There's many cases around Australia with prices just getting record prices under auctions conditions. So I'm not here to say it's good, it's bad. I'm here to give you the facts and to allow you to make your own decision if you're thinking of selling your home. So if there's any other topics that you'd like to know for us to talk about, please Facebook us. You'll find us anywhere, mainly on social. And you're probably watching this on YouTube or on Facebook. Leave a comment, share it with anyone who is thinking of selling or who is on the market. And but if you do have any questions, shoot them through to us and we're happy to answer them for you. So thanks for watching another episode. Thanks for listening for our podcast listeners. Thanks for the love on Spotify and iHeartRadio and SoundCloud. It's going off. It's cool. And thanks for watching. This is Chris Gilmour on demand.